Good afternoon to everyone. Thank you for your available time to participate in a beautiful webinar on opportunities do not happen, you create them. So we hereby introduce our speaker, Mr. Chisuwo Edgar. He's holding a diploma in clinical medical sciences and he's having a diploma in TB control and epidemiology. Mr. Edgar worked for Ministry of Health between 2004 to 2012 and is currently working for ECR as a Copper Belt Provincial Coordinator, as well as he is an active student ambassador of Texila American University, Zambia, who is very much dedicated in promoting the programs offered by TAU Zambia within his community, peers, and across Zambia through his contacts. So, Mr. Edgar, you can unmute your mic and you can share your screen and you can start your session for the day.
Thank you very much. Let me share my screen. Yeah, so my talk is on hence knowledge on utilizing the right opportunity. I think the earlier speakers already introduced myself. And maybe just to say that I'm happy to be part of Texila University, ambassadors, the winning team. So my outline of the talk is before joining with Texila American University, then how I came to know about the university, then my mindset before association with Tekzilla, my mindset after association with Tekzilla, then my view on Texila University, then how I balance between work and acting student ambassador, the support I get from Texila, and the benefits I've gotten as a student ambassador. And last but not the least, suggestions for students to become ambassador or referral associates. And now my presentation. So as already introduced by the hosts, I'm a clinical officer, a general officer. I'm a student in Bachelor of Public Health. So I worked with Expanded Church Response as the provincial coordinator for the Copper Belt. But fortunately, with the support and knowledge I've been getting from Tekzilla, now I've moved to a public health work. Now I work as a TB HIV clinical mentor for Southern Province Health Office. So before joining Texila University, I used to think I have no time to do other things. I wasted more time and resources on social media like WhatsApp, Facebook, which was not benefiting my family at all. And sometimes it would even bring problems to my family because my wife asked why I so much on Facebook, on WhatsApp. And had also negative attitudes on advancing my education. I was comfortable with the diploma which I had. Then on top of that, I just relied on the salary I was getting as a clinical officer general because I was not doing anything else to help me generate income. Hence, my future was closed. I wish I didn't have any dreams of tomorrow to get a better job or maybe to occupy better positions. How I came to know about Texila University? I came to know about Texila University through internet. One time in the office, I was just browsing to see which universities are there. Then I saw something like universities offering online lessons. So then I started browsing, then Texila came in place. Then I looked at the ranking for the university. I was happy with the ranking. Then I called my boss and asked about Tekzilla, who said it's a very good university. So my mindset before association with Tekzilla, I didn't used to trust any university which is offering online lessons. I just thought that lessons which are considered should be done through just classroom. And I thought it was very difficult actually to take lessons online where you have to study on your own and be mentored through online. And I believe that only Zambian universities are reliable, which are actually offering lessons through classroom type of learning. I didn't believe in online tutoring, but I believe just in live tutor learning or interaction. And especially when it comes to health-related courses, because that's my interest, I thought only those which are offered in classroom type of teaching are valued, especially in my country, Zambia. And I didn't know that through learning in some institutions, you can also benefit. You benefit knowledge, and also you benefit token maybe on commissions when you do some work with them. I didn't know that actually can happen, and I didn't believe that, because I used to see universities as profit-making institutions, and within the same time, my mindset actually was that I cannot hold any better position in life. I was comfortable with the position I was occupying as a clinical officer, and I was thinking advancing is not possible. And even when it comes to work, I was working just to get a salary, not really to have a job which pleases my heart, because I have a lot of interest in public health, but I just wanted any job which will give me money. But after association with Texila University, I started trusting online universities so very much. And I understand the beautiful teaching modalities, and also which is the modalities which are actually very, very convenient for people who are working. There are some universities also can empower you, like Texila University. It empowers you with knowledge, it empowers you with the skills, and even financially, if you utilize your time very well. And also, I've known that I can be developed socially, economically, and spiritually with online universities like Texila, to be specific. Then also, Texila University has developed me a lot. Actually, the fees I pay for Texila cannot be compared to the knowledge and the development I've gotten from Texila. So for me, my mindset has changed that Texila University in specific, because that's the university I've so far been involved on. It empowers students actually more than it benefits as an institution. It's not a profit making, but a student empowering university. Then I discovered that I can even learn more with practice, because on daily basis, whatever whatever knowledge is being given to me, I'm able to practice, because I'm still on the ground working as a public health officer, and also learning on more about public health. So it has made me to understand more also the good use of my every moment to benefit me and also my family. I've been encouraged, and now I aim higher in life. I'm wishing actually to hold a better position in relation to my qualification. Because of this, I'm planning actually to advance and get and start the master's in public health immediately. I just finished the BPH, which actually I wrote my final exam some weeks back. So immediately I'm going for MPS, because I've been empowered and I'm aiming high now. And I want actually to reach levels which I had never dreamed of. Then through Texila University, I'm able now to identify my strengths. And also I've moved from working with OVC projects, and now, as I mentioned earlier on, I'm in TB, HIV programs, which are under public health, the course which I'm taking right now with Texila University. My view about Texila University. I know a lot of institutions in Zambia and also outside Zambia, but I've loved Texila University. It's one of the very good and affordable universities because of the following. It's cheap. When you look at the fees which you pay at Texila University, you compare with other universities, you find that Texila you pay twice less than the other universities. Then the where lessons are offered or lectured, it's very convenient because you learn at your own time. You save also money because you don't travel to the institution every month, every quarter, but you do your lessons in your own house. There are no residentials where you spend money for lodging. And when it comes to payment plan, you agree with the university how you are going to make your payment. So you look at what is convenient for you. then you agree with the university. So it's very convenient. Even on payment, you will not have stress of how to make your payments, because you agree with the university, and even you know that when this period comes, I'm supposed to make my payments. So it's a stress-free university. Then when it comes to lectures, actually, you find that the notes are available to you in very, very good time. You have all time to download the notes, to go through the notes, and even to go through your weekly tests. Then throughout, you have student mentors who guides you through the course. So you don't feel like somebody who is left on your own, but there is someone throughout who is guiding you, who gives you, who actually, where you are not sure, they give you guidance, they correct you, and make sure that you are reminded on the course you are supposed to take at the right time, and even if there are end tests to take. Then at the end of every module, there are tests which helps you to evaluate your knowledge. If you see that maybe you are not doing very well, you can go through your notes again and also improve on the practice on that subject, which you feel maybe you are left behind. Now, as I mentioned earlier on, I'm a student ambassador for Texila University. I help the first students to Texila University. And this is very interesting because I need to balance my time between work and also as an ambassador. So right now I work as a clinical mentor, where I move from one facility to another, mentoring healthcare workers on TB, HIV, and my work schedule is from 8 to 17 hours. So when it comes to student ambassador, I've scheduled my time that I do it when I have time from work, which is in the morning before I go for work, during lunch, and also after work and during weekends when I'm not working. Then the students which I'm working on, I make appointments to them in regard to the time when I know that I'm free, especially non-peak hours, after work, during lunch, during weekends, and also before work. Then I also use the same time when it's not peak at work to communicate with the officers working in enrollment at Texila University, who also help me to negotiate with students to learn with Texila. Then I also share contacts after talking to the student. I share contacts with them for the students so that they can also find time within the hours when I'm busy to call the students and give me timely feedback on what the student response, excuse me. Then as I'm doing this work, I get a lot of support from Texila. The first support, as I said earlier on, Texila helps me to call students and then negotiate with them to start with them. I find students, I refer them to Texila University. Then the officers dealing with enrollment will call the students, negotiate with them, give me timely feedback. Where I need to come in, I'll come in and talk to the student until the student enrolls with Texila University. Then I also receive timely updates on the enrollment, the fees, and related information from Texila, which helps me actually also for my own understanding as a student for Texila. Then Texila also coordinates with me in finding students who want to start with the university and refer them to me. So for example, the student calls Texila, and that student is in Zambia. Texila contacts me that there is this student who wants to start with us. Kindly share the benefits you have seen with Texila University. So I give peer advice to some students also who need to start with Texila. Then as a student ambassador, I've had a lot of benefits from Texila. I get timely information on the courses available and also other campus resources which are available. Then I'm also given an opportunity to link with other students during the studies. Then I've also extended my engagement with other students, because students call me to consult, and it's very easy to discuss lessons with other students in relation to their blogs. Then I work with student or university officers also who gives me an opportunity to be encouraged. They encourage me on my course. Like I said earlier on, I want to start masters in public health. It's the officers from Texila who encourage me that you are doing very well. Why don't you go for masters after this the bachelor's course, which I've seen actually to be a good idea, and I strongly want to do the master's actually. I wish there was time I would have started a long time ago, because I started negotiating a long time ago that I want to start master's as well. So I'm encouraged in my course as well by the university officers. Then on top of that, I'm given a referral commission for any student referred successfully. So I benefit financially from Texila University, of which some of my school fees actually were cleared using the referral commission. We just agree that this money, take it towards my school fees. Then I pay less to the university. My suggestion to the other students to become ambassador or associate, referral associates, actually, if all students were thinking the way I'm feeling right now, all students would have joined Tekzilla University as ambassadors. I encourage all of the students, both who are still studying with Tekzilla, those who plan to start with Tekzilla, and those who have graduated from Tekzilla to join and become Tekzilla student ambassadors, because there are a lot of benefits of which some of them have already mentioned them. Then this will not take most of your time, because you make schedule on how you are going to do your job. Actually, it's very interesting because you link up with a lot of students in the country, and also you have timely communication with the university. And once you become an ambassador, it's going to benefit you a lot, and also your family. And above all, you'll be part of this winning university, which is changing most of the lives on the ground. So I encourage all the students actually, and those who have left Tekzilla to become student ambassadors. To end my presentation, thanks so much for your time. Don't be left behind. Utilize your right opportunity, and the right opportunity for you is now. Thank you.
Thank you, Speaker. It was a wonderful presentation, and I believe it will be an eye-opening session for all the participants who are active student ambassadors who already started referring students. Some might be new to this role of being a student ambassador. So now we will open the floor for questions. The participants, if you have any questions, please do raise your hand, or you can drop your questions in the chat box so that we would be able to give a conclusion or a solution to the question if that is in our limits. Participants, any questions? I'm not seeing anyone to raise the hands. I don't see anyone who is raising the hands. Oh, which means the presentation is loud and clear, and it looks like a self-explanatory for all the participants. Thank you, Speaker, for the wonderful presentation.
Hello?
Yeah. Yes, Alphonse. Yeah.
Yes, this is Alphonse from Cameroon.
Yes, Alphonse, yes.
Yes, I want to thank Edgar for his wonderful presentation. And I followed the presentation with a lot of attention. And just want to find out from him, what were the triggers, what helped him to be able to change his mentality to trust online education, or trust, like, because for some of us, I myself, I happen to have been in that issue. If I'm currently enrolling for my PhD course in public health in Tekzilla, and I got the information from a friend who just graduated also, or who finished his PhD course there. But if it is now that I'm enrolling, it's because at one point in my life, I did not trust online education. I don't think I got that very clear from him. If he had one advice to give us, what made him change his mind to trust online education? And like an ambassador, many people ask that question: how can I convince them that online education is as good as face-to-face or classroom education? Thank you.
Hello. Can I go ahead to respond?
Yes, yes, Speaker. Yes, Speaker. He's done with the question. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for that question, Alfonso. So for me, what happened is after browse through the online university, not because I wanted to take a course, but I just had nothing to do in the office. Then I came about this university, which was talking about public health. 2 years, you get a degree if you have a diploma. Then I was attracted by that. Then I asked my boss, have you ever heard about Texila University? Then she said, yes, I've heard about Texila University. She told me the people who graduated at Texila University. Then just on the page, I wrote, then an officer from Texila University called me and explained more about Texila University. So when I compared the information I was getting from my boss, who I trusted so very much, and also the information which was coming from Texila University, I trusted the university. Then I also looked at the ranking of the university online, because she advised me that, no, just look at the ranking. The ranking will tell you how good the university is. So after doing that, so I was able to trust the university. So in short, I had information from the internet, from the Texila University officers, and from my boss. Thanks so much.
Fantastic speaker. I hope the question raised by Alphonse has been answered. We have a question in a chat, which is, how do you become a student ambassador? So I think it's from Ruth Namonji. So let me explain the procedure of being a student ambassador. Texila American University enables an opportunity in two endeavors. One is, if you're currently a student at Texila American University, you're having a privilege of being a student ambassador, through which you can communicate with your community, or with your friends or family members, or with your colleagues who are in your workplace. This is the option one for the students who are already doing a program like Mr. Edgar. Second category is, you can be a referral associate. Say, for example, you are very much interested to do the program with Tekzilla. You would have made an inquiry in Google, Facebook, or you visited the campus, or you visited the website. But unfortunately, the expectation to do a program, say, for example, if you want to do a master's in public health, if your qualification is not as per the entry requirements of masters in public health, we would not be able to offer you an admission of being and to study with Tekzilla. So in this case, but you might be inspired about the way how the program is delivered, the way how you were handled by these enrollment advisors, I call it as student counselors, the way how the information has been shared to you, whether you are satisfied with the information. If you're okay with all these informations, basic information that has been shared by the student counselor, then you can approach the same student counselor. Okay, so I'm not eligible to do a program because of my qualification. However, I have most of my friends who are who are interested to be studying with a university like this. So can I recommend them? Yes, you can recommend them, and you would still get the concept of incentives, that is called as commissions, based on the students who are enrolled. So student ambassador is basically an existing student at Tekzilla who is interested in referring students. Referral associate is someone who was interested to study with Tekzilla but did not enroll for certain reason, but still they can recommend students and they can start giving referrals to the university. There is a difference between a student ambassador and a referral associate. I believe Ruth Ramonji, I'm not sure whether you are currently an active student in Tekzilla or you are an referral associate. I hope I answered your question that has been raised in this forum. Thank you. Since we have more participants joining, now the floor is open for questions. Before we close, we are closing in next 10 minutes. Before we close, if you have any questions on how to be a student ambassador, or do you think that, okay, if I'm going to be a student ambassador, I may be not able to focus on my current employment. If you have any questions related to that, you can feel free to ask in this forum. We have experts who can answer these questions. If you're being a full-time student, if you're being a full-time student, how can I refer students, and how will I spend time on full-time program while focusing on referrals? If you have any questions in that, you can raise your hands and we can see if you would be able to address your questions. Before we close. Okay, so we have a hand from Brain Kosa. Brain, please go ahead.
Yes, I just want to find out. I'm a student. I'm doing my MBFP, and I just want to find out the requirements for this student ambassador, what it is, and
Fantastic. Okay. So your brain, you're currently studying with Texila. Am I correct?
yes, yes.
Okay, that's fantastic. So you're the basic qualification for being a student ambassador is you are a current active student of Texila. So there is no specific qualification required. So what you can do is we have a student delight coordinator at our campus. So you can always reach her through her WhatsApp, or you can approach her through student affairs department. And once you are able to, what you can ask what information that you need in order to refer someone. So what you can do is you can get those information from the student delight coordinator, and through the student delight coordinator, you can send the information to your friends. And once they're interested, you can send your friends or family members or colleagues interest, the program, qualification, contact number, which batch they're planning to enroll to the student delight coordinator. So they will be able to help you on enrolling the student on behalf of you. I hope I answered the question raised by Brain.
Yes, yes, it's answered. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you. So now the second, I'm seeing a hand from Jane Kasashi. Yeah, please go ahead, Jane. You can ask your question.
So I recently joined the webinar because I was in another class, but I wanted to find out, say, what are the benefits of being a student ambassador?
Okay, so the benefits of being a student ambassador is, Jane, there are two, I can tell there are two benefits. One is, it is just like, I'm sure you heard about a caption called pay while you study. I'm sure you heard about such captions like this, which has been trending in social media. The first advantage is when you're referring someone, once the student enrolled to the program, once they pay the minimum tuition fee, then you would be eligible to get a referral commission with a minimum deposit, especially if you're referring a student for an online program. This is the process that is applicable. As soon as they paid a minimum deposit, then our student-led coordinators will check the eligibility, whether you're eligible for a commission or whether based on the amount that was paid by your student whom you referred. Once that is done, you can inform your student ambassador whether you would like to, you can inform your student-led coordinator whether you would like to claim that commission as a cash bonus, or you would like to adjust that in your upcoming tuition fees. So this is the two advantages. The first advantage, you can claim. Obviously, when you're claiming as per the local regulations, you would be subject to the withholding tax. But most of our students, what they do, they always consider in adjusting their referral commission, the bonus, in their upcoming tuition fee. Even we have many students who have gained a referral commission of 3,000, 6,000, 7,000, and they adjusted in their tuition fees. So through that way, they can pay their tuition while they can continue the program. The only effort they have to make is to identify a potential candidate who is interested to study with the program. That's all. I hope I answered the question, Jane. Thank you for the question. And we have a next question from Mulu. Is there a plan for Tekzilla to open up a branch university in East Africa? It is not yet finalized, Mulu. We are in progress of looking for the potential markets across the globe. If East Africa would be a position for us, we will definitely come up with a plan. Because with this COVID-19 pandemic, we have not yet decided any new openings as of now, but it's in progress. We have multiple options in our mind in order to set up our campuses across Africa. So we will keep you posted once the situations are in control. Thank you, Mulu. So I believe there are no more questions. So thank you once again, all the participants from different locations within Zambia, because we have received 85 registrations from Nigeria, Zimbabwe, Zambia, South Africa, Botswana, Uganda, Ethiopia. I'm not sure, we have around 20 participants. I'm not sure where we are basically, where the participants' origination is basically. So thank you for the participation, participants, once again. On behalf of Texila American University, thank you, Speaker Edgar. It was a wonderful presentation, and I believe it will be definitely an eye-opening session for all the participants. So in order to reach this particular presentation to each and every registered participant for this session, we will be uploading this presentation live session in YouTube, and the link will be forwarded to all the registered members to go through the presentation, and they can get back to us if they have any questions. So thank you so much, speaker, for the participation. We appreciate your patience in delivering a wonderful presentation. Thank you, speaker. Let us close the session. Speaker, do you have any closing remarks?
Thanks so much. Maybe just to close, I'll just say you will not regret to be a student ambassador or referral associate, because there are more benefits actually, which you may not actually imagine as for now. Thank you.
Thank you, speaker. Thank you once again, participants. Have a great and safe evening ahead. Bye-bye.